Hey, NASDAQ, where you get the best dope on the markets. I am Alan Palmer. Trading is risky. We're going to get right into it here. Today is Friday, August 21st. We're going to talk about crude oil here, which is in right over here. Okay, as a matter of fact, this is going out to my clients here. These are olive lines. Okay, these are olive line sells right here. Okay, this is not investment advice. This is what the algos will use. This is a trend line coming off the tops, right smack ass right there. Okay, these are OC futures. Symbol is V. CLV. Okay, we're gonna go look at a live chart here, but this is going out here. Silver. Okay, I got an olive sell here. This we missed it up here overnight. Unfortunately, I had a client that had a sell order on the way up and couldn't reach him at like 5:30 because this market did give you a chance to scratch right there. This was a sale. It's in the middle of the night, okay? So you get over it, okay? Now this is just kind of textbook, okay? The L goes by here, okay? This bar, and then this bar we come back down to that, and then take off, okay? Rally whatever, a buck. Okay, and we got a decent. It's decent. Over it, you're out, and over 70. You're running. These are gold targets right here. This is for trading, okay? But longer term, I had one number not all year, but 39.85. That was in spot gold when we were in the August contract. That was trading. June contract, I think, also. Okay. And that just went back to a period of time that I thought was important. You know what? AI is just transcribing everything. Okay, let's go to beans here. This was a nice also. I had a couple clients, and they actually won. I bumped his order up a penny. Had it to buy at 24, and I was just like, you know what? 24 in the goats. 24 and a half was overnight low. Okay. I don't know, man. Here, we're going to jump the bonds here, okay? So it's early Friday morning. We're hanging around this 109.13, okay? Steady. As you can see here, yesterday I had two numbers. I had a green here, and I had this downward sloping trend line. That downward sloping trend line now is at 26, 25. Okay, you have this area here. What's going on in bonds, in my opinion, is there are some very large shorts, okay? They could call them in the past bond vigilantes. Okay, well, anyway, these guys might be called like Goldman something. These guys are gold. These guys are golden, okay? So I'm talking about professional, people that are selling bonds short. And so we had Besant this week that came out here and announced, I don't know if I think he bought for like $4 billion of some kind of oddball security, okay? And so now look, the market is the news. We mute the news here, okay? We mute the news because it's going to be in price. For example, if you were going to say a bullish thing, you say, all these guys are bearish, I want to fade bonds. Why fade bonds? Because, and we have they mentioned 40 trillion. This week, we pass it. They celebrate it. It's like celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination, okay? Things are crazy, okay? And psychology, like I've been saying forever, a study of the man that just passed away in 2014 on cognitive dissonance is historic right now. Anyway, so bonds here, I think that, and these are 30-year bonds, okay? So here, this was in May. You got all these morons here. You know what they're talking about? I'll tell you what they're quoting here. It finally, TLT. Okay, TLT. Okay, we're talking interest rates, okay? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Okay. Remember how they're all talking like 2006? I just saw another guy saying 2006, and I'm like, I don't see it. We'll go to that in a second in the futures. Okay, so here, no, May of '04. Well, you know what? This is in percent terms to this year. Okay, so but these level here. Okay, June of '07. I might have seen that. That somebody might have. Here, what's this one? May of '06. Okay, there's where you are, and you have the news. As a matter of fact, here we need an ambulance. Gunfire in Chicago. Okay, so getting back to this, if in fact you're betting on lower rates, you'd be buying this. Okay, these are the price of the bonds. Okay, this is TLT. This is a stock. Okay, and I'm not touting stocks. We're looking at the charts. I got a lot to say about that. So anyway, here's the 10 years. Okay, this is a daily in the 10-year futures. Okay, this is all we need to know. As a matter of fact, here, let's go back a little bit farther. Okay, this was May's low. Okay, here's May's low. Okay, with all this hype, and you know what? This was This was the end of the month. This was the end of the month, man, and somebody blew. Somebody sold low tick outside down here. You know what? Here, hang on a second here. Okay. Hang on, let's make this a little different color here. I like this color here. I don't know. I don't use that as a horizontal, but that's fluorescent teal. Okay? So we got all this bearish news. These things have been going down for here. Let's look at a weekly. Okay? This is where they are. And everybody's bearish. Mute the news. Always use the risk stop to stop the risk. You want to get involved here in getting market color. I am in the process here of setting up like a squawk box with some professional traders, couple guys, a couple of my pit traders. Okay, the one is the math genius, the Fed funds guy, the whale. Then get a hold of me, ARP at NASDAQ. Thanks for watching. Always use the risk stop to stop the risk.
Guys, 96 pounds trade, 96 even trade, 94 even start trading, 94 even start trading here now, guys. Once again,